Hey y'all, it's Gina with RE/MAX Executive and the Maze Harris team. Do you want to know how to save thousands of dollars in closing costs when you're buying a home? Well, listen up. Number one, shop around for your lender. You need to shop around because every little bit will add up. You need to go to banks, you need to go to mortgage brokers, you need to go to credit unions, and you need to get a quote. A lot of people say, Gina, I don't want to do that because I don't want my credit pulled 1,000 times. That's not what I'm talking about. Have a conversation. Communicate when you're shopping for lenders. Y'all, I hope you can compare and use some of these strategies. If you combined them, then you're going to have some savings and you're going to be able to negotiate. Yes, it takes a little work, but you choose your hard. If you want to save money, you got to do the work. Call us. We'd be glad to help you, and we look forward to connecting. Consider getting a mortgage with lower fees. I mean, that sounds, like, well, duh, Gina. But there are certain places you can go. Talk to a mortgage broker. They may have less fees. Also, certain types of mortgages, like adjustable rate mortgages. A lot of people are doing that right now. 3-2-1 buy down. Interest-only loans. Some of those things, while they sound better, they're costing you money up front. So you've got to look at the entire picture. Take advantage of a title insurance discount with certain lenders. You can negotiate that, and you can ask what special programs they have. And one thing that we do is we always ask our sellers, when we're listing a home, we always ask them for the title insurance policy that they currently have. And a lot of them will say, I don't have a clue. If they've refinanced, we get the last closing statement, or if they haven't, we get the closing statement from when they bought the home, and we get a copy of that title insurance policy. And if the title insurance is not that old, then you may be able to reissue, or have the attorney, rather, in North Carolina, reissue that policy for a lesser fee. Again, I did say may, but that is one thing that you need to ask. And we'll guide you through that when we're buying a home as your buyer agent. One more thing to talk about is a waiver of escrows. You know what I'm talking about, folks? Okay, escrows are when you pay within your mortgage, your property insurance, which they call hazard insurance, which I think is crazy because that makes people go nuts. And you also pay your property taxes. That is typical within a mortgage. When I have bought property, say investment property, sometimes I ask to waive the taxes and insurance, and then I pay that one time a year myself. If you are a good saver, that is definitely something to do. If you are not a good saver, I'd probably not recommend this. You can call us more about the waiver of escrow, and sometimes a lender will charge a little bit more of an interest rate, but you got to think about it. Do you want somebody else holding your money all year, or do you want to hold it all year? We're saving money on closing costs when you buy a home. First thing we did was shop around for lenders. Number two, you can ask the seller to pay for some of your closing costs. Now, folks, you got to listen to that real estate professional that you're working with, because it depends on the type of market that you're in and where you are in the country to determine if that's something that's going on now. In my career of 30 plus years, that has been a standard. That is not right now in our market in North Carolina. It will come back again. So that is one way that you can save money, to have the seller pay maybe some of your fees. Understand your loan estimates. Did you hear what I said? Estimates. That is just what it is. It is an estimate. But those are things that when you go through looking at what the lender has given you, everybody's human. We all make mistakes. So make sure that there's nothing within there that you don't necessarily have to pay. All right, y'all, another way that we can save money when we're getting a mortgage and saving money on our closing cost is to shop different programs. For instance, we love our veterans, and the VA has lots of great programs if you qualify for that. And if you do, we thank you for your service. USDA homes that qualify, first-time buyer home loans that qualify. There are even 100% doctor loans that you can get to buy your home. And it goes on and on and on. We can help you with this, so call us. But there are ways to save money for different types of mortgages. Okay, y'all, when you're shopping around for lenders, when you're talking about rates, it's not just the interest rate that you're shopping for. Remember, you can negotiate those fees. There may be recording fees, there may be miscellaneous fees, and every single solitary thing is negotiable, even the loan origination fee. Again, we're trying to save you money. Try to close at the end of a month. There is a per diem, per day, interest charge by the lenders. So make sure that you close late in the month so that fee is less. And also, you probably will not have a payment. You can skip the next month, which in reality, you're not really skipping it, but it feels like you are. You don't make another payment till the following month. Anyway, you do save money by closing at the end of the month. Okay, guys, this is one that I have not done, but it's worth asking. When you're shopping your lenders, ask if there is a no closing cost mortgage. And when you find it, you call me and we'll help each other. And the last thing that we're going to talk about today is putting down a larger down payment. Folks, you want to try to avoid PMI, private mortgage insurance. That is a junk fee. If at all possible, save so that you can put down enough money to avoid private mortgage insurance.